Hi, everybody.
So I'm going to be video.
Thank you so much for joining us to this celebration of life for Gordon Semler and for Laura. Gordon Semler died in November of last year, and Laura Semler died 10 years ago, almost about 9.5 years ago. And we're here to celebrate both of their lives, and we want to thank all of you for coming to join us. Thank you. Gordon and Laura made their lives here in Reno, Nevada, and this is where Adam and I grew up as children. And we're both going to talk about the gifts that they gave us as children. For me, the gift that Gordon and Laura gave us was, number one, work ethic, above all. And number two, an absolute lack of fear of dreaming. How that translated into my life personally was that they never told me there was anything that I couldn't do, which is pretty incredible given that we grew up during the late 70s and the early 80s, when there was a lot of things that women couldn't do. And Gordon, for all of his craziness, never told me there was anything that I couldn't do. Honestly, he really didn't. Most significantly about that, I wanted to play baseball. So in the 70s, I thought Reggie Jackson was awesome.
It still is.
It still is. I was a huge Dodgers fan, and I wanted to play baseball. So when I was 8 years old, Gordon signed me up to play baseball, but he didn't sign me up to play girls soccer. He signed me up to play baseball with the boys. And I played baseball with the boys the first year that I played. And incidentally happened to, even though I went an entire season without hitting, because I was scared to death of the ball. And I would just stand there, and then Adam, from the sideline, whoever we would say, "You gotta hit the ball." With that very white voice. Adam had that voice when he was 4. But Gordon said, you can play with the boys, you can do whatever you like. Incidentally, won the championship that year, which was good. But in addition to that, my mom and dad never, so for example, I went to college, and I went to a private art school in Los Angeles, and I told them I wanted to go there to study fashion design. I went to school for the first year, and I realized I am not equal enough, apparently, to do fashion design. I'm like about 50% equal. You need to be like 75% equal to do fashion. Remember, Gordon was 213. All of you who were at his 66th birthday when he was 213. And so I had changed my major to fine arts, which was a big change. And I had to drive from Los Angeles to Reno. I had 8 hours to worry about how they were going to murder me when I got home, because I changed this major. And like, who makes money in fine arts? Oh yeah, nobody makes money in fine arts. And so I thought I was dead. I'm driving home, and I get in the door, and it's a Friday. And if you guys knew Gordon and Laura, what were they doing on a Friday night? Pizza. They were working a heavy Friday night dinner. And when they came home, they smelled like French fries, right? And garlic. I walk in the door. The two of them are there, French fry grease, garlic, the whole nine. And I said, I can't wait. I gotta tell them. And I just said, like, I'm contrite. I'm like, you guys are gonna be so mad. I'm changing my major from fashion to fine arts. And instead of killing me, which was what I entirely expected to happen, they both stood there and they said, we're so proud of you. We are so proud of you. Everything that you do, you're gonna do wonderful. So what is it? 1 fine arts degree, 3 philosophy degrees, and a law degree later. And to the last, my dad came to Virginia when I finished my law degree. And they're still proud of us, even now.
And as Steph was saying, it didn't really matter to Guido what you did. All that mattered was your ethic, showing up on time, and watching out for everybody at all times. And so many people here tonight.
Yeah, we're both a hot mess, so you'll excuse us, right? Hey.
From morning coffees with these two gentlemen, 16 years old, black coffee at Guido's. Jimmy, Danny, I gotta go to middle school now. Incredible. I could have slept in, drove my 75 CJ5 Jeep to school, but
That Jeep would not have made it to
I always found myself there going further for things like this. And this little Ted, 10 years, Rosemary. Oh, is Adam coming here this evening? Running through the pizza shop with a pizza knife, chopping trash cans in half.
Or making darts out of erasers.
And,
Take the erasers off the pencil and make darts out of them.
And Guido's personality, I wrote everything down. This is kind of spitball, but Aaron broke it down into personality and memories. Guido had a way about him that no matter where he was, that was the place to be. Didn't matter what anybody thought. World Police is what Aaron has named me, because I'll sit at the back of a restaurant and start counting 200, 300 people fit in here. I don't think you get it. Keon and Dre, I'm like, you're pulling a Guido, Adam. Take it easy, but counting people.
In a restaurant, this place, this is how you get out, this is how many people fit here.
And the memories, you guys, and the spur of the moment, how spontaneous Guido was incredible. From these little guys going into Guido's, and Guido already had the pizza pie set out, making pizzas and pizza sauce all over the floor.
And then when you raise how to make spaghetti in your house.
Oh, good. There's
Still spaghetti sauce.
Still pizza sauce on the ceiling to this day. I swear to God.
At Adam's house.
I let Aaron clean it all. And spur of the moment, middle school, principal says, Adam, you need to come to the principal's office. And I'm like, damn, I'm in trouble. Which was pretty mellow until I saw my dad, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And Guido standing there. Principal says, Adam, have a good time. And next thing I know, I said, Dad, where we're going? Oh, we're going for a ride. And we're in this gray Suburban 454. Oh, right down the road. We're still doing 80. Pull onto the tarmac, and next thing I know, I see all the brass, and we're loading onto a military aircraft, a C-130. What's this for? Let's go, come on. 6 hours in the air, we're going to the back of the plane and watching F4 Phantoms refueling, and the last hour I got to sit in the cockpit and watch the KC-10. It was just incredible, and all the pilots were like, thanks, Guido, thanks.
Because the Air National Guard loved it. So.
And they were right down the road. And what an impression he made, and how spur of the moment, whether we would load up on a Friday evening and go to an Oakland A's game with Ted, and just go to Pier 39, and it didn't matter. Golden Gate Park, just unbelievable, the memories.
Everything that we had. The gifts.
And like Stephen said, wide open, live it to the fullest.
Live it to the fullest. YOLO.
And Guido was
Living it to the fullest.
be on the floor on the pedal. It was amazing.
Thank you all so much for coming.